Man, it's cool to be here. You guys dig my COVID hair? You like my COVID hair? Yeah. Yeah, nobody's gonna tell me not to grow this, so I grew this. Everybody's always asked me the same thing. They're like, are you gonna do a man bun? You gonna grow a man bun? I was like, no, man. You can be either a Jew or a douche. You can't be both. I don't know, but look, I made it out here. I'm ready for this show. As you can see, my shirt is untucked. Yeah, that's because one of my friends told me that when I tuck my shirt in, I look like an unsexy dad. So it's out, it's untucked, I'm ready for the sex. I think that's why my mom kept telling me to tuck my shirt in when I was in middle school, to protect me from all that sex I'd be having. So if you're looking at me right now and you want to have sex because of the shirt, just talk to me after the show. No, I won't have sex with you, but I'll put your name down on a list of people that I would have had sex with, so I can just look at it later and be sad. I don't know. The funny thing is that the person, I'm pretty sure I had sex more times than the person who told me I looked unsexy, because I have 5 kids. So that's 5 verified sexual encounters right there. Actually, I adopted the oldest, so that's 4 verified sexual encounters. Actually, we should have a quick l'chaim together, guys, because I recently became a grandfather. I know, right? You're probably thinking this dude does not look old enough to be a grandfather, and I don't feel old enough to be a grandfather, but it happened the way it was supposed to. Like, she got married, had a kid. It was all real. I just haven't picked out a good grandfather name yet. You know, you need a cool grandpa name, like G-Pop or Pop or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm going with Uncle. I just did a show in Richmond, recently, and I don't know if you've been there, but they got one of those Carvana machines. Have you seen that? It's a 12-story vending machine that sells cars. I think it's a horrible idea, guys. Like we in this country, our vending machine technology is not good enough to drop a bag of Funyuns 3 feet. And we're gonna sell cars out of one? Like, I don't want to be that dude that walks up to the Carvana machine and swipes my credit card, hits F12 for that Honda Pilot, and ends up with the Honda Pilot half hanging off of the Carvana machine. And now I don't want to walk away because the guy behind me is gonna come up and buy a Honda Pilot and get 2. So I gotta decide, am I gonna go ahead and put in another 20 grand and get that Hyundai Accent that's over top of the Honda Pilot and hope that it just hits it on the way down. And then the worst I gotta deal with is just standing out in front of the vending machine finding somebody who actually wants a Hyundai Accent. Like the Mrs. Freshly's bun of the Carvana machine. I'm pretty sure I'm not good at adulting. I figured that out because I was at the store a couple of weeks ago and got up to the counter and ended up, I had in my basket $90 worth of candy. Now, I mean, look, it all had weed in it, so I guess I was in California, you could do it there, so I did it. I don't even like weed, I was just gonna go buy $90 worth. Actually, you know what? Truth here, it was a gift for my wife. She does like weed, and I thought it would be a touching gift to buy her $90 worth of weed candy. Here's the thing. Buying your wife $90 worth of weed candy, not gonna get you laid. No. But what it will get you is the ability to do whatever the hell you want after she eats the candy. One piece of that candy, and she is gone. I mean, I was sitting right next to her in bed. I watched all 3 Evil Dead movies. I ate peanut butter out of the jar with my hand. I peed in the sink. It was a great night. You know what I'm talking about. Guys, we will pee anywhere, right? Pee in the sink, we'll pee in the shower, the litter box, you name it. Laughing at that, you know, you pee in the litter box, that is your best chance at hitting the cat. It's a major alpha move peeing on the cat, by the way. Because what's the first thing it's going to do? It's going to go lick itself. You just won twice. How many times are you going to get that kind of victory over a cat? I know, right? I'm taking that one. That's good. I think I'm probably the only person still in here who plays Pokemon Go, right? Probably, yeah. Hey, look, I found the rarest item you can find in the game yesterday, a suntan. They added a button to that game too that you have to push to say that you're not driving, which is a really frustrating button to have to push when you're driving. Now, I feel you guys getting a little judgy right now, but let me ask you a question. If you're driving down the interstate and you see a dog, like, hanging out at the side of the interstate, you're probably going to stop and save that little guy, aren't you? Yeah. If you're driving down the interstate and you see a dog by the interstate that can shoot a solar beam, you better go save that dog. I like Pokemon. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Pikachu, because I just love the sound of those syllables, Pikachu. Because, like, in high school, the one thing they would never do when we were picking sports teams was pick a Jew. Makes me feel better. And then, like, the show, I don't know if you ever watched the Pokemon show, but they had an episode, there was a Pokemon on it called Porygon. And when Porygon came on the screen, the lights started flashing, and it gave kids seizures, so we never saw the episode again. Like, it was terrible censorship. Like, here's the first Pokemon whose power works in the real world, and they're never going to show the episode again. It's funny. I did mention I'm Jewish. I guess it's fairly obvious. I'm not like wearing the uniform or anything. Like, I'm not in full frontal Jewry. It's a little weird, like, coming back here, like where all the Jews are, because I used to be like one of those Sabbath-observant Orthodox Jews, like up until a couple years ago, and we eased out of it. Like we just chilled out a little bit. I started going to restaurants again for the first time in 20 years. I'd not been in restaurants, and let me tell you, like, the outsider perspective on going to restaurants. What I've learned going back to them is that all I want is chicken strips, and every restaurant has them. Like, if I'm at the Chick-fil-A over here, I'm getting chicken strips, all right? If I'm at P.F. Chang's, chicken strips. If I'm at Headlights, chicken strips. Now, just a little word of warning, guys. That's just a joke I wrote to entertain you. Do not go to Headlights and order chicken strips. Because if you do that, some woman's just going to sit in your lap and go like this. Hey man, you guys are awesome. This has been great. The show is going to keep getting better. So thank you so much. My name is Sid Bridge.